Welcome back, everyone. Today I wanted to show you the more process of this image that I'm making, but I also wanted to show you how you use the cut-up method in order to do so. Before I explain the cut-up and how it works for me, I'm just going to show you some of the detailing I'm doing. This is probably about 3/4 of the way through the drawing or painting. It's kind of a mixed media drawing and painting. The quill pen is something that works quite effectively for me in terms of really, once again, enhancing contrast, but also bringing a different line to the drawing and painting I'm working on here. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and get into the cut-up method I use. On the next page here, we have two separate sheets of paper I pulled from magazines. And it works best, I think, if they're really different. So I kind of I fold the pages in half and I line them up, and I try to find certain phrases, certain wordplay that will match and kind of spark my interest. I never am quite sure what I'm going for, but I turn the papers over and I continue to try to find different sayings that I can use. And right here, these are two that I found right off the bat. And the second one is the one I'm going to go with, early migration in the gloaming. So that kind of gave me an idea of what I wanted to do. So I started on this migration idea, and you can see the bird that I put out here. This is completely intuitive, completely imaginative, but this is how I start my process with the cut-up. I think many people use the cut-up in different ways, like their author William Burroughs, the Dadaists, the Surrealists, and I've said in previous videos, even the Beatles used some cut-up methods in the way they came up with their surreal lines. So this is kind of a surreal attempt, but at the same time, there's a lot of reality involved in it as well. After I got the image going, I bring my own experiences, my own memories, my own thought processes to those words I started with. So even though the words are fairly specific, I go off on tangents as I go into the image, and I kind of let the painting kind of evolve in its own way. I don't try to push it. I will stop and take a look and see what else I can add to the mix. Here I'm using the Neo colors again to go over top of the acrylic paint I've already laid down. Another way I kind of almost fool myself is to turn the paper upside down and draw upside down. That also brings some surprises for me. Once again, if I can predict what it's going to look like, I feel it becomes static. So as a result, I'm always trying to kind of fool myself as I go around the picture. I work from it upside down, sideways, etc. Here I am going in with the thicker acrylic paint now. So I use the watery versions of acrylic as I start the painting, and then as I start to get probably halfway or 3/4 through the way of the image, I begin to bring in thick paint and lay it down as you see here, and I'm mixing it right on top of the paper. I found that by putting really thick acrylic next to watery acrylic, it really gives a push and pull when you look at it after you've got the applications put down. Another one of my favorite parts is putting in the opacity and being able to see through images, but also brings a design element to it as well, and hopefully gives more possibilities to the viewer. And here's the final image. I hope my explanation of my cut-up technique makes sense. Anyway, I'll probably be talking more about it as we go to the next videos. Thanks for watching today.